Okay, so I should probably leave well enough alone, but we're gonna get into some drama here. As with all things, it starts with the problem with forced diversity. This video, which once again I did not make, Wolf made this video, and I don't even really agree with it, or at least I don't agree with it 100%. But I'm the guy who archives his videos, so here I am. so yeah, and about 6 months ago, this person showed up. Our one true emperor. Rey has so much depth and complexity in meaning in her character, you are literally just a fucking moron. And instead of reading all this, I think I'm just going to pan down and show y'all. And y'all can stop and read my points and his points, or her points, I don't really know, at your leisure. So I made this, and I basically said here, please elaborate. And apparently that was a huge fucking mistake. So once again, 6 months ago, this person made this, which I'll show here. Rey Skywalker, an arc of self-worth. Once again, I'm just going to scroll down, and y'all can stop and read it for yourself. So, again, I want to commend this person for actually meeting my challenge and actually, hey, you want a detailed analysis? Here you go. And I read this. I was reluctant to read it, but I read it. And mainly because it was 20 pages long, and I got it out of nowhere. I'm like, what? And I kind of didn't want to read it initially, but I took the time to read it. I don't agree with it. But I feel like this person has a theory and an interpretation of this character that works for them. I can see a little bit of this. I can see that maybe Rey does feel she's worthless. I don't 100% agree, and I don't really, I don't really agree with it, but, this is what they said. So by all means, slow down and stop and read it for yourself and draw your own conclusions. So here we go. We're just going to keep on. We're going to show this whole thing. And, this is all that's written. I felt like at this point they just really just started kind of rehashing the movie. So, so here we go. And it keeps going. It keeps going. And, and then there's a TLDR, as if it's just one more fuck you. It's like I could have summed up, but no. I made you sit through 20 pages. So there's that. So, then apparently... So I didn't hear from this person for 6 months. And I didn't care. I went about my life. I've been busy. It's been a cray-cray summer. I've been enjoying myself. I literally did not think about this debate at all. And then a day ago, I got this. I assume you read it and realized you're wrong, huh? And I'm like, huh? What? Who are you? And I'm all like, no, I didn't check your response 6 months ago because I didn't really care that much about the argument in the first place, which I don't. I still feel like I don't, but I guess maybe I do because I've spent a little too much time about this. I don't care. If you like Rey, great. Who gives a fuck? I don't like her. Still don't really, I didn't really care that much about the argument in the first place. Still don't, but I've got a minute. I'll take a look at it. And I'm like, so before I read this, I must ask, did you write this? I found out later, yes, this person did. And I responded with this. So I got this when I came home from work. I didn't really feel like reading this whole thing, but I felt like, they took the time to actually freaking write this whole thing. So I'm gonna why don't I'll do some other things, get some other work done while I'm going about it. But every now and then I'll stop, I'll read 5 pages and I'll respond to it. So I started responding. I really disagree, I think my real issue is the core thesis of this, is the whole, I feel like there's a limit to the idea that an arc has to be positive or negative. I really disagree with that. I mean, an arc really is just a change in a character. It doesn't have to be positive or negative one way or the other. So why does it have to be a positive arc? I didn't agree with that. This core belief stuff, I don't really know where this person is drawing this from. They're claiming it's a real psychological principle, but I've never fucking heard of this crap before. And it really seems like this is just a kind of watered down version of the nature versus nurture argument, when really there's more to it than that. Yeah, people do, our experiences do shape what we believe. when they encounter them. But at the same time, it's like it's not just that. There's so much more to it than that. And it's like we have not every person who has a bad childhood is going to be stuck with this one viewpoint. It's like humans are very complex and very dynamic. I think it's just this was a huge oversimplification, and I really disagree with this. So I go into it. I kind of okay, maybe I'm a little nitpicking here and there, but basically I kind of like went through it and point out my disagreements. I probably shouldn't have said this. I said, not to be rude, I don't care about your interpretation. Yeah, okay, that was probably a little rude of me. Sorry. My point being, hey, this is your view, this is your interpretation. It's not universal. It's not my interpretation of the character. And I stopped reading this point, and then I kept going. So then I was 10 pages in. I wrote this. Y'all can read it. Y'all can read it. Stop and read if you like. I bring up Shinji because so this person started painting a picture that Rey feels like she's worthless. Rey feels like she doesn't have any personal value. And to be fair, they bring up every single example they can find in the 3 movies which supports it. And so, all right, fine. Maybe a little bit. Maybe that is her arc, but I guess my point is it's not a good arc, and I thought of a really good example of why. It basically doesn't necessarily make you a good character because I've got a really great popular culture example, Shinji Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Okay, for those of you who watch anime, and for those of you who really want to slap Shinji, I think y'all can agree Shinji is a very complex character with a deeply fucked up past and has a whole hell of a lot of childhood trauma. And oh god, is he fucking irritating to put up with. There are, Evangelion's a great show, but, a lot of people hate Shinji, myself included, because of that. Whereas Masato is a much better hero in that story. She's a million times better. Why can't we follow her? No, we have to follow the kid who's so damaged he's going to literally let the world fucking fall apart around him and not do anything about it because of that. And I really liked the simile of, it's a cosmic horror heaven that looks like a giant naked teenage girl, Japanese girl crossed with Cthulhu's gaping asshole. I thought that was very good. I thought that was some very good, descriptive language. I'm very proud of that. So we did that. So I basically, here we go. Here's my point. I don't think it's there's more to it than that. And of course I had to bash Donald Trump because that's what I do. So I'm gonna keep on. Look, I 15 pages. I said this. And then finally I finished. Okay. And again, if I'm coming across as holy crap. Wow, AFI looks really different 10 years later. Jesus. Oh my god. Sorry, distracted by what's. I really like AFI the band. I'm an old school AFI fan. I think they're great. And speaking of Wolf, Patricia Taxon, formerly Eric Taxon, is responding to Wolf. There. Good. All the trouble is here. All the trouble is there. The Shadversity's here. Oh god. Looking away. Don't want to get sucked into this. So this is my finishing up the whole thing. It didn't convince me. I applaud this person for taking the time to write this, but I felt it was amateurish. I felt like they just really, really like this character, and they're seeing something. And again, here, look, if they're seeing this and they see it's an arc of worthlessness, and that's great for that person, rock and roll, that's great for them. I fucking still hate the character. I'm not convinced. I didn't agree with it. So I conclude I don't think I didn't agree. I didn't agree with the whole thing. And I say, look, I don't agree with this. Here's everything I have wrong with your reasoning. I'm not saying I'm not a little abrasive in this. I was, but I felt like this person was coming at me anyway, calling me a moron. So I got abrasive back. But I'm trying not to be. Maybe I could try harder. And again, if you like this character, great. But I don't like it. I hope your personal taste improves. I probably could have left that out. And then I say, hey, looks, thanks for taking the time. I look forward to debating you and whatnot. And then I get home from work today and I saw this bullshit. So that's a lot of text. Sorry if I ain't reading your replies. Don't take it personally. I do take it personally, asshole. Fuck you. I'm sure you maybe say some okay stuff in here, but I don't have time to do this here. Really, like I had time. Do you think I felt like I had time after I had other things I had to do to read a 20-page, poorly written thing about how awesome Rey is and your bullshit theory about like how her arc of worthlessness? I took the time to do that. I actually went to the trouble. To read your whole thing and respond to it. But you don't have the decency to do the same thing for me. And then they followed up with this. If you want, you can tell me your thoughts in a small, concise way. If not, accept that I'm right and leave. You got a lot of fucking nerve, asshole. Whoever the fuck you are, one true emperor. You got a lot of fucking nerve. You know, you weren't concise. You rambled on for 20 fucking pages about core belief nonsense that I've never heard any shrink ever fucking talk about. You got a lot of fucking nerve telling me I'm not concise, and it's like, you know, and trying to tell me how I can fucking respond to you. And if not, accept that I'm right and leave. No, you're not right. You're an asshole. Go fuck yourself. And leave? It's my fucking channel, asshole. Eat a fucking dick and die. And that's more or less what I said. So, before we go to this part, now, to be fair, they said this 20 hours ago, and they said it like rapid fire, one after another. Okay, I responded to this in order because it kept going, and I want to address everything that is said here. I had an initial response that was probably very fucking rude. I don't fucking care. This person decided to get rude with me. But for whatever reason, YouTube has deleted it. I suspect our one true emperor is either a giant fucking pussy with no fucking backbone whatsoever and basically can't handle any freaking negative feedback whatsoever, especially when they're the person that starts it. So what I responded with is, and this is a little decombobulated, I saved it. I said... Really, motherfucker? I read your whole fucking stupid, poorly written, ridiculous character assessment of Rey, and you won't do me the courtesy of reading my response? No, you're not right. You're an idiot and you're an asshole. Your precious Rey is a shitty character. Deal with it. And no, I'm not gonna leave. It's my fucking channel. And at this point, I started thinking maybe I shouldn't say this next part a bit, so that's why it's repeated. Here's the actual full thing I wrote. It says, after I said it's my fucking channel, I said, do the world a favor and go fuck off and die. I shouldn't have said that. It's not okay, but seriously, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Seriously, you're gonna be an asshole. What do you expect me to say? So anyway, YouTube decided probably for the best to not let me post that here. But I want it on record, so I made a video. That's what was said. And I suspect this person said it. They then follow up with this. Well, okay. I'm gonna let you read it because they're basically reiterating. The core thing you need to know here is they're saying I didn't read it because they read I'm not seeing worthless, which means it says to me they actually did read my response. You know, and then they basically kind of reiterate their points that because X, Y, and Z, this character feels worthless. So all of a sudden, they're being civil after telling me to leave on my own channel. Again, eat a dick. So then it's this backhanded shit where you slap me in the face and then you suddenly are nice to me, which I responded to, and this stayed. Oh, so now you read my response. I guess you just had to be really shitty first before you could be bothered to. I have to make a call for civility, which at this point probably there's no point to. Oh yeah, by the way, my sister pointed me to this horrible conservative Trump-supporting asshole, and now it keeps popping up in my feed. Fuck this guy, I hate him. He's a piece of shit. But whatever, I'll take care of that later. I respond, and I basically say, you know, hey, I go into detail if you want. Go ahead and read it. Like, I don't agree, even if I take what you're saying into account, it still doesn't make a good character. The character's still obnoxious. I don't like the character. But if you like the character, great. You know, so, whatever. I don't agree with it, but it's like you have a right to your own opinion. And like, at this point, mind you, I thought the previous thing had gone through. So it's like, I respect you, but like, at least when you're not being rude, which they were being rude to me. And they popped over to one of my latest video, which is the podcast I did with John, and they're like, no wonder you don't understand character arcs or Rey's arc specifically. This live shows everything I need. To which I respond, thanks for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Because at least they decided to watch my show. So, and look, I know I'm garbage tier, and I'm well aware of that. So, yeah, I'm really just kind of, I've made my responses here. I'm a little annoyed, even though I am being rude, that YouTube is being a pussy and is not uploading everything that was said. Because I'm sorry, that's not okay. You're gonna come on here and treat me like shit because I don't agree with your opinion on a fictional fucking character. You need to get a fucking life. And furthermore, so this person's doesn't just go by R1 True Emperor, they go by Vifa Ren, Cosmic Equilibrium, Simply Star Wars. Well, I found them. I found them here on Twitter. Here's Vifa Ren. He, him, TLJ, and Tross are amazing films, and Rey is the best Star Wars character. Sure she is. Nearly... This franchise has been going along since the 70s, and George Lucas has already pointed out he doesn't really care for Rey, and yet she's the best Star Wars character. Okay, sure. Argue with the wall. Respect others, and I'll respect yours. Respect others, and I'll respect others' opinions, and I'll respect yours. I don't think you. I think you're a giant hypocrite, R1 True Emperor. I don't think you know anything about respecting other people's opinions. For I have the opinion that I don't like this character too much, but apparently that's not okay. And this person goes on and on in embarrassing Twitter comments about how great Rey is. No, Rey's embarrassing. Rey Skywalker. Like, what are you proving? What are you proving? Okay, you got a movie that a lot of us don't even have to register as canon, where she gets called Rey Skywalker. What are you proving? You got your way? Oh, and we're all crying man babies, but you can't handle me disagreeing with you? Is that what it is? Listen, I'll even allow you this, man. I'll even allow you this. Okay, maybe she's not a Mary Sue. I'll allow that. I really liked Rey in The Force Awakens. I thought she had a lot of potential that was squandered in your precious TLJ, which you like so much, and Rise of Skywalker. Knock yourself out, man. But I don't care for it. It's like, even taking out the accusation of Mary Sue aside, I don't think they did anything terribly good with her. Why does that have to? Why do you have to portray me as like a crying man baby? It's like this person is just so fucking immature. It's a fictional character. You're going on to saying this if you think Rey has no flaws, despite her showing actual disposable symptoms of self-worthless core belief. This nonsense again, and all this stuff. You need professional help because I don't agree with you on a fictional character. I think you need professional help. How much time is this person dedicated to this, dude? Dude, okay, you like Rey, dude. That's great. Get a fucking life. There's more life to Rey. You can't handle anyone saying ill about Rey. Alright, if you like her and if she's so good, then nothing I say can damage that. She's immortal. She is untouchable to you. She is untouchable to you if she's that great. Listen, I love Wolverine of the X-Men. You can talk about how much you hate Wolverine all fucking day, all fucking night. I don't care. Because I don't have any insecurities about that. That character's a great character. And you could trash talk her left and right. You could trash talk me in my show. Again, I know I'm garbage tier, man. I know I'm not that great. But that's okay. But it's like you can't come you can't even properly come up and properly debate. You're just gonna come up and freaking embarrass yourself. And because you can't handle someone disagreeing with you. Why can't we just agree to disagree? You want to build this shrine to frickin' Rey? Knock yourself out, man. I don't think you like her. Great. I don't think she's a terribly good Jedi or a terribly good Star Wars character. But you think I'm professional help? You think I need professional help because I don't like your character? When you're frickin' building a shrine to her on fucking Twitter, and that's all you fucking do? How recent is this? July 31st? Fuck, man. It's August 1st. Holy shit. You did this yesterday. You did this yesterday. What the fuck? Is this all in response to me? I don't know whether to feel honored or scared. So anyway, listen. I mean, I feel, and again, if you're gonna be an asshole, if you're gonna get into pissing contact with the devil, prepare to get soaked. Okay, um, yeah. If you like this character, fine. I don't even really care about this. About I don't care about the sequel trilogy anymore. I'm over it. I really am. I really don't give a shit. I don't care for them. I don't like the direction Star Wars went in. Star Wars is going in a better direction now because Mandalorian is fucking awesome, and I'm looking forward to what they're bringing forward. But yeah, I don't care for this. But if you like it, great. But for fucking God, grow up, dude. Whoever you said he, him, you're a guy. Okay, grow up, man. Grow up. If you like your character so much, then nothing I say can ruin her for you. At least that would be the case if you had the personal integrity and the personal stamina to not be fazed by me. But apparently, me debating this or saying anything about you is enough to set you off to the point that there's an entire Twitter tirade, like all this dedicated to Rey Skywalker. Whatever, man. Whatever. At the very least, you can practice what you preach, respect others' opinions, and I'll respect yours. You didn't respect my opinion. I respected yours. Yeah, you know what? I told you I don't care about your interpretation, but I listened to it. I read it. I took the time to read your Google document, and you, at the very least in the beginning, said you couldn't be bothered to read mine. And you told me to get off my channel. You're being a dickhead. You're being immature. You're being pathetic. So, look, you know, I want a record of this. I want a record of this little drama that's going on right now, so I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this after I'm going to post the thing I was already posting. You want to come back and talk and debate? Cool. I'll avoid telling you to jump off a cliff and go fucking kill yourself. You avoid telling me to fucking leave my own channel. And you know what? Why don't we just say we can talk all you want, but I'd rather be civil about this. But I want a record of what happened here. So there, done. Yeah, this is the Dread Pirate, and this is some recent bullshit drama that's followed me because I had to upload Wolf's videos. And I, for better or for worse, had to be the champion of his own flawed opinion that I no longer agree with myself. I don't know if I ever agreed with this. It's like, I mean, the forced diversity thing, it's like... I've said it before, I've said it again. Wolf is a centrist. At least he was a centrist. I don't know where his personal political stance stands right now, but, I mean, what seemed like a convincing argument at the time of The Last Jedi dropping, was that it was just more noticeable that big studios were pushing diversity, they were pushing minorities, they were pushing women, they were pushing the LGBT community into all places of media. At least that's the way it seemed. And it seemed like in the assets of The Last Jedi, which is a shitty movie, at least me and many people feel that way, that was a lot was going on. And this honestly dragged us all down to this weird, creepy rabbit hole, a very unhealthy rabbit hole that led, honestly, to Trumperism. That's really what it did. It led to people like Jeremy Griggs and Geeks of Gamers and Ethan Van Sciver and people like that just screaming that the liberals are taking over Hollywood when, again, I'm a liberal and a Democrat. And the more I think about it, it's like, when you really complain about things like forced diversity, it really feels more like you're complaining that you don't want to see diversity at all. A lot of people like Jeremy took any freaking example, and Jeremy and Ethan took any example of a gay person or a person of color or a woman being in any sort of position and started screaming SJW, SJW. That's what they started fucking saying. And it really just felt like you just don't want to see people other than white people like starring. You didn't want politics at all. Well, then where are we supposed to put it? And then those same people like Ethan Van Sciver, meanwhile, dedicates a good section of his god-awful Cyberfrog comic to trashing Bill Clinton 20 years later because Republicans still hate Bill Clinton. Where was that? If Ethan Van Sciver preaches that we shouldn't have politics in our media, that Star Wars shouldn't have politics in it, then why is he putting his own conservative politics in his Cyberpunk comment. It's kind of bullshit. So no, I no longer stand for this. I feel like a lot of things. I feel like George Floyd dying really opened up my eyes in a way that I'd never realized before, and that I realized, wow, I had some backward ass views. I had people like, I had black friends coming up to me and talking about, Eddie, you don't understand. People like talk to the cops talk to us different than they talk to you, and I think for honestly a long time I didn't believe them, and it's like you had people in your life telling you that they were getting abused, and I didn't do anything. So yeah, I don't really agree with this point anymore. I think it's bullshit. But I'm an archivist. And I care about this wolf person in the video, this person here, and I like his videos, and I keep them up. So I now have to answer for every single fucking thing he says. And I have to argue with really savage Ray fans like Viper Ren until the day I die. I guess that's my fate now. So anyway, so that is the weird drama little debate that's been going on the past 2 days, and YouTube decided to censor part of it, probably for my own benefit. I'm just going to put it all out there. I'm just going to put it all out there. This is the argument we've been having. It's dumb. And again, Vifa Ren or One True Emperor, whoever you are, listen, I don't mind talking to you. I'll try to avoid telling you to go kill yourself. If you would just please not tell me to agree with everything you say because reasons, and to get off my own channel and to leave my own channel. You don't do that, I won't fire back and say unbelievably horrible things to you. But if we can't do that, I'm just gonna block your ass. But I don't want it to go down that way. I'd like to have a civil discourse. We could agree to disagree. I'm probably, you know what? I probably am just arguing with the wall right now, because you're obviously a wall. You're obviously a sack of bricks that can't be moved, because you're insecure about this character you like so much, and insecure about a lot of other things. Whatever. I don't want it to be that way. But anyway, that's what happened. That's what happened. I'm gonna try to get some work done, but yeah. That's the thing I've been doing instead of the stuff I should be doing for my life and for my channel right now. So catch y'all later. I think I'll call this the dumbest argument ever. That's what this is. Yeah. That's basically what it is. Good night, folks. I'm out of here. Say hi to Bandicam. Hi, Bandicam.